What if I told you about a man who was a humble sweeper dressed in torn clothes, yet had a net worth of $8.3 million, which is equivalent to 68 crore Indian rupees? Meet Ronald Reed, the sweeper who silently accumulated immense wealth throughout his life, a story that holds eye-opening financial lessons for all of us. Ronald James Reed was born on the 23rd of October 1921 in Vermont, USA. His father being a farmer, Ronald was the first high school graduate in his family. To complete his studies, he used to walk 4 miles every day from his home to school. During the Second World War, Ronald served Italy as a military policeman for 5 years. However, Ronald respectfully left that job in 1945 and came back to Vermont in the same year. Afterward, he chose to work as a gas station attendant. During this time, he met his wife at the gas station. Barbara March was a customer there and had 2 teenage children. In 1960, March and Reed married and purchased a house for equivalent to 10 lakh rupees, where they lived for the rest of their lives. After 25 years serving at the gas station, Ronald retired from there, but he wanted to work more. He did not want to sit idle at home sipping coffee. So he decided to work at J.C. Penney, a grocery store where he got a part-time job as a janitor. Ronald worked at the store for 17 years as a janitor till 1997. If you were to encounter him as a sweeper, your initial thoughts might revolve around pity and the assumption that he was financially struggling. However, Ronald Reed did not fit this mold. It was only after his passing at the age of 92 that his family discovered his immense wealth. The question that arises is how a sweeper managed to accumulate such riches, and why did no one, not even his family, know about his wealth? To unravel this mystery, it's crucial to grasp the distinction between being rich and being wealthy. When we look around, we often judge someone's wealth based on their visible possessions, big houses, fancy cars, expensive phones, and stylish attire. However, these external signs can be misleading. True wealth, on the other hand, is hidden beneath the surface. It comprises assets such as stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate investments, and businesses. The wealthy often do not flaunt their wealth through extravagant displays. Instead, they prioritize financial security and growth over ostentatious displays of affluence. The story of Richard Foscone is somewhat similar but equally opposite to that of Ronald Reed's story. Richard Foscone had everything that Ronald Reed didn't. Richard Foscone was the executive chairman at Merrill Lynch. To continue his interest in charity, Richard Foscone retired in 2000. Richard Foscone bought his dream house in the same year. The house had around 11 washrooms and 2 swimming pools. It was like the house of elites. Everything went well for a few years. But in 2010, Richard Foscone was filed by the court for bankruptcy. During bankruptcy, Richard Foscone had to leave his mansion of around 18,000 square feet and his Palm Beach. Both the stories of Ronald Reed and Richard Foscone reveal that a degree is not important to be rich. Nobody should judge anyone with a sheet of paper carrying marks. Richard Foscone was an MBA postgraduate from Harvard. Still, he had to face bankruptcy in his life. On the other hand, Ronald Reed was just a person who led his life with necessities. Richard Foscone lived a lavish life, at least for a few years. He wanted to do charity, but he had to face bankruptcy. Richard Foscone did not utilize his money well. On the other hand, Ronald Reed's story reveals that he was a great investor. Today, everybody knows Richard Foscone as a bankrupt and Ronald Reed as a philanthropist and investor. Now you might wonder how Ronald, a sweeper with limited formal education, managed to make wise investment choices. The answer lies in his dedication to financial discipline. Every morning on his way to the gas station, Ronald passed by a local memorial hospital. He would stop at the hospital's cafeteria for his morning coffee and an English muffin. The coffee shop shut down one day. Then, Reed found another shop named Friendly's. At Friendly's, Reed met the development manager of the previous coffee shop at the hospital. The manager advised Reed to go to the library. He went there and got a card. That day, Reed started to learn about investing. He was so fascinated by investment that he issued several books every week and knew the core of it. Going to the library and reading about investment became the turning point in his life. Ronald Reed started investing in dividend-producing stocks, and did not buy the stocks of companies that he did not understand. He had a diversified portfolio and invested a lot in blue-chip companies. In the investment world, a blue-chip company is considered the most stable and reliable investments in the stock market. These are typically large companies with a strong track record of consistent growth and profitability. Examples of blue-chip stocks in India include the Tata Group, Reliance Industries, and HDFC Bank, etc. Ronald Reeds did not understand the working of technology companies, because of which he avoided investment in that sector. Even though he earned millions, he lived a very decent life. That's why Ronald is the perfect example of a wealthy person. Even if he had everything and could lavishly live his life, he didn't. He chose to live a decent life with only necessities. Ronald Reeds' wealth did not happen overnight. It was the result of disciplined and consistent investing. Even in his 90s, he drove a second-hand Toyota, highlighting his commitment to financial discipline. Ronald was not miserly, he was financially disciplined. He spent money only on what truly mattered to him. The lesson here is that being rich and appearing rich are two different things. If someone is truly wealthy, they may choose not to display their affluence through extravagant possessions. Remarkably, Ronald Reeds not only became wealthy, but also gave back to society. He donated around 40 crore rupees to the local memorial hospital where he enjoyed his morning coffee, and he contributed 12 crore rupees to the library, where he gained knowledge of the stock market. Before his passing, he left 16 crore rupees for his children, having donated nearly all his hard-earned money to various causes. Ronald Reeds' extraordinary journey offers us valuable financial lessons that often elude our formal education. True wealth is hidden beneath the surface, and it comes from disciplined saving and strategic investments. So, as you embark on your financial journey, remember it's not about how much you spend, but how much you save and invest wisely that defines how wealthy you are. Thanks for watching. More wisdom, more solution, better life.